Well, the panel that investigated possible interference in the 2020 election recommended indictments against some big names, including former Georgia Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, who were not then indicted. And we're now hearing from some of the people named in the report who weren't charged, about 20 of them in total, including Senator Lindsay Graham and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes has the new developments for us tonight. Deidre, a lot happening. Yeah, a lot of people speaking out now as a result of this, seeing that their names were among those who have not been indicted, but who were named by that special grand jury to be indicted. And we also hearing from folks like Kelly Loeffler and also State Senator Lindsey Graham weighing in this afternoon. Former U.S. Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue are among the 39 individuals the special grand jury has recommended for indictment. The full special purpose grand jury report, nearly 30 pages, was posted online just after 10 Friday morning. Other notable names include U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator Graham, who was the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee when the alleged crimes occurred, denied any wrongdoing and claimed he was simply doing his job.
We can't criminalize senators doing their job when they have a constitutional requirement to fulfill. It would be irresponsible for me, in my opinion, as chairman of the committee, not to try to find out what happened. 5 allies of then-President Trump were also part of the original indictment recommendations. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, the former president's campaign advisor Boris Epshteyn, and 2 outspoken conservative lawyers, Lynn Wood and Cleta Mitchell. Rounding out this list is former State Senator William Ligon from Brunswick, Georgia. The grand jury also recommended indictments against Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. Jones responded to the report's release in a written statement saying, in part, "This document further demonstrates that this entire political circus has been done in pursuit of Fani Willis's personal gain. Fani is obviously focused on what's best for her political career. I'm focused on what's best for Georgia." And late this afternoon, Kelly Loeffler released a statement saying trying to jail your party's leading political opponent ahead of 2024 is election interference. Speaking out in defense of election integrity is not. "I make no apologies for serving my state by giving voice to millions of Americans who felt disenfranchised in 2020. And I refuse to be intimidated by a 2-tiered system of justice that seeks to systematically destroy conservatives across this country." Now, a legal analyst we talked to said those who were named in the special grand jury report who have not been charged could be indicted at a later date.
All right, Deidre, thank you. We have